Guides.Global. My name is John Howell and I'm the editorial director. With me today I have Antonio Manzanares. Antonio is a partner in the Spanish law firm Manzanares International, based here in Marbella on the Costa del Sol. Antonio, welcome.
Hello.
Now, you are the partner in charge of all aspects of litigation and disputes at Manzanares, and you have written for us a whole series of guides about various types of disputes that could arise and a guide to contracts in Spain.
That is correct, yeah.
And you've also prepared some much longer videos about how to deal with disputes, which we would recommend to our viewers. Contracts are an absolutely fundamental part of life, aren't they? Every single day, we may not think about it, but we make a contract. We get into a taxi, there's a contract between us and the taxi driver. We get into a bus, there's a contract. We buy a pizza and there's a contract. So sometimes it becomes a bit of a shock when things go wrong and you realize that contract law can be quite complicated.
Yeah.
Spain is a country that follows the continental European civil law system, and that lays down certain requirements for a valid contract, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can you just explain what needs to be in place for a contract to be valid?
Yeah, in principle, in Spain, both parties who are signing a contract, they are free to use the type of contract that they want to use, okay?
Sorry, and of course you say signing a contract. Contracts can be verbal as well as written.
Yeah, but all terms that must have any contract it is necessary that the willing of the parties are clear, what each part want, what the other part want, okay? The content of that contract must be legal. It is that you cannot sign a contract stating to do something against the law, okay? Must be following the Spanish law. And it must be a contract about something that in truth you can do, okay?
Yes. Something that is physically possible.
That is possible.
Yes.
Something that it is possible to do.
Now, assuming that the arrangement you have meets those various criteria, if a contract goes wrong and if the other person does not deliver what they promised to deliver, what do you do about it?
In that case, the dispute arises, okay? And then it is
in that case, you need to see our video about how to deal with disputes in Spain.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And then in that case, the interpretation about what you have signed is going to happen.
And if you do get into a dispute, what would be your top tip for the thing that someone must do in order to pursue their claim?
Yeah. First thing is to contact with the other part, okay, in order to see what interpretation they are doing about the contract.
So to try to find a friendly solution to the problem by contacting whoever is on the other side.
First thing that you must do is to try to hear to the other part, to try to get a friendly solution. If that is not possible, and then it is good that you contact with a lawyer in order to know your position, legal consequence that you are going to have without getting an agreement, and it's going to be the lawyer who is going to contact with the other part or the other lawyer in order to start a mediation before starting the legal route.
And contacting the lawyer is something that's best done sooner rather than later, because the longer these things go on, the more difficult they get to solve.
That is, and it is contact with the lawyer in order to know where you are. Maybe not to involve the lawyer from the beginning with the other part, negotiating, but it is good to contact with the lawyer in order to know legal consequence, if you have a winning case or not, because depending on that, you are going to be in a stronger position to negotiate or not.
Yes. So see the lawyer early, then try and negotiate your own private settlement, and if that doesn't work, go back to the lawyer.
Correct.
Antonio, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We hope that was useful. As we've said, Antonio has produced a much longer video on the subject of how to deal with disputes and court cases. There is a link to that in the box below. He's also written a written guide to contracts, and that is also linked in the box below. If you'd like to contact Antonio or his team, there is also a link to do that. Hope you found this guide useful. If you have and you enjoyed it, please like it and follow us. And whether you do that or not, we will see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.